Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about all things bookish app website related. Everything bookish on, not everything obviously, a lot of things bookish online. I'm gonna give you all the rundown, what I think about it, kind of some recommendations, and let's just get right into it. I feel like there's really no need to like intro this a whole lot. We're gonna close this window actually. Is that better? I feel like this is more intimate. Hi. So I usually get a ton of questions about like, what apps do I use for reading? What apps do I use for audiobook listening? And where do I buy a bunch of books online? Like kind of everything, just like what do I use and what I recommend using. And we're going to kind of go through all of the apps. I have this obviously split into 3 categories, which is reading, listening, and buying, just for ease sake. If you're going to come in here and comment that audiobooks don't count as reading, listen, exit stage left. Anyways, was that right? I don't know if I did that. Anyways, we're gonna start with the reading category. So where am I reading? What do I recommend? What have I used? All of that. The first app, obviously, I feel like is a normal one, which is Kindle. I do surprisingly actually get a lot of questions about Kindle, whether or not it's worth it. Let's just take a second to talk about my Kindle that I have. I have the Kindle Colorsoft. I actually just got this. Amazon sent it to me whenever they were first coming out, and I actually really enjoy it. One of the things that I had always wanted, I've literally had a Kindle since they first came out with like the first Paperwhite or whatever, and I'd always wished that like my highlighting could be in color and that I could just see the color of the books, because whenever I first started reading on Kindle, I was using their original like Kindle store and their original Kindle Unlimited store, where it was literally books like you had never heard of. Like it was rough back then, okay? 2012 was a rough year for Kindle Unlimited, and I always wanted to like actually see the covers of the books. So to have a Kindle Colorsoft is amazing. Would I buy one for myself? I don't know. Probably. I make poor financial decisions. But I would actually recommend my Kindle Colorsoft, and it's actually I feel like it's a little bit wider than my old Kindle, which I really do enjoy. I need to get a better case for it. This was the Kindle case from my last Kindle, and it like is barely fitting in here, but it's tight enough to hold all my stickers, so I'm really not going to complain about it. Anyways, I love my Kindle. I love reading on Kindle. Now, I do read on my iPad, my phone, my computer, using Kindle and using Kindle Unlimited. If you're unsure on whether or not you want to get a Kindle specifically, I would start with getting the Kindle app and reading on your phone, on your laptop, computer, whatever. And if you already have any of those things, you can download the Kindle app and you can start reading books. Now, the Kindle Unlimited subscription, I believe, is either $12 or $14 a month. If you actually read more than like, I would say honestly, at the current price, more than a book and a half a month, you would be paying for that Kindle Unlimited subscription. So to me, it is very, very much worth it. I've had a Kindle Unlimited subscription, I want to say, since I my own money. I've had a Kindle Unlimited subscription and I would never get rid of it. It is too good, especially now that so many new authors or so many well-known authors are putting their books on Kindle Unlimited. You guys, if you love the romance genre, that is probably the best market for Kindle Unlimited. There's just so many books. Romance, dark romance, fantasy is actually starting to get a lot better. There are a lot of books that are on Kindle Unlimited now that weren't a year, 2 years ago. So if you're thinking about whether or not you want to get the Kindle Unlimited app, I would absolutely do it. Usually they have deals too where you can get like a month to 3 months for free just to try it out. And I would just do the math. Like if you read more than a book and a half to 2 books on your Kindle using Kindle Unlimited, it's already paid for. You have an unlimited amount of books that you can read on Kindle Unlimited. You can only download 20 books onto your device at the same time, like using Kindle Unlimited, but that's 20 books that you can download and you can keep it on your Kindle or on your device until it either gets taken off or until you take it off of your device. So it's quite literally amazing. I don't know how they're doing it, but it's really great. It's really, to be honest with you, from a reader standpoint, it is very, very good. I would absolutely recommend it. Now, another one that I know people use is Apple Books. I used to use Apple Books before I got my Kindle. I don't know a ton about it. I do know that if you have an Apple device, Apple Books is automatically like you have an Apple Books app. So upon some looking, they do have a free book section, which is going to kind of be like your Kindle Unlimited section without having to pay a subscription fee for it, because I don't pay for Apple Books. I'm not seeing any books on here that like I would absolutely jump to read. If you are the kind of person who will just go and browse Kindle Unlimited and just like pick a random book that you've never seen before, Apple Books is also a great avenue for that as well if you just want more access to different books. I do know that there is more of a market, like you have to pay for more books through there. That's just going to kind of be like something that you decide what you want to do. At this moment, Kindle Books is a little bit, Kindle Unlimited is easier in my humble opinion. Whatever device I have, I'm going to be downloading Kindle on there. And it also connects with your Amazon account, which is also really nice. So if you have an Amazon account and you use Amazon, being able to, connect to there, great in my opinion. Now, one that I also use quite often is Libby. Libby is a free app that you connect your library card to. You can connect a bunch of different library cards. If you have like 3 library cards, you can connect all of them to your Libby app, just as long as that library is like connected to Libby. But you can connect them and you can do all of the audiobooks as well as not physical books, ebooks that your library has access to. The only downfall to Libby is it's not like a book on demand type of thing. Because it's a library and because other people are using Libby too, they have a limited amount of copies that they, I guess, have access to that they can give out. So there is going to be a wait list for Libby for like really popular books for the most part, but they have an available now section. So if you go and search on Libby and you go to their like available now, you can see all of their ebooks and all of their audiobooks that they have available for you to download right now with no wait time. I will check Libby to see if there's anything that like it's interesting to me. And for my library, there's usually a ton of books that's available now that I had no idea would be available now. Like a lot of Sarah J. Maas books were on there available now. So that one is for all of my library girlies who love libraries and who don't mind the wait time. Libby is going to be your best bet because it is completely free. You don't have to pay for anything unless you had to pay for your library card, which I've never applied for a library card that I had to pay for, so I'm not sure how all that works. But Libby is a great option as well. So if I had to rank these 3 from my favorite to my least favorite, it would be Kindle, Apple Books, and Libby. Now, I know there are going to be some people that comment VK. Get that out of here, okay? Get that out of here, because we support libraries and authors on this page. I used to do VK when I was like 11 and I didn't understand, nor did I have access to money like that. So I downloaded books on VK, but I don't do that anymore. That is absolutely not. Absolutely not. Then let's get into the listening section, okay? This is by far my favorite thing to do. I love audiobooks. I am an audiobook stan literally forever. I got introduced into audiobooks by my dad because he used to listen to a ton of Stephen King audiobooks whenever we were in the car together. So I grew up listening to audiobooks. They are amazing. If you have not tried them, please do, especially if you have a busy schedule and you feel like you don't have a ton of time to sit and read. You're in the car, you're cooking dinner, you're folding laundry. Like, you can literally be so productive and listen to audiobooks. And especially for my like ADHD girlies or girlies who they physically cannot sit down and read because it's so hard to focus, audiobooks help that so much. I get into the mode where I feel like I'm being lazy if I sit and read. I feel like I have to get up and do something, whether that's clean, work, like whatever. So then I'll just start listening to audiobooks to help me feel productive, as well as getting the books that I want to get done read. So it is amazing if you have not tried it yet. I'm also going to plug immersive reading. If you have not read the physical book while you're listening to the audiobook, I'm going to need you to do it. It is amazing. It is great. It changed the reading game for me. Now that that's over with, let's actually talk about the apps. So my favorite listening app is Audible. Audible is not accessible for everyone. I completely understand. You do have to pay for a lot of audiobooks. You do have to also pay for a subscription for the most part. So they have the base version, which is Audible, which is literally just the app. You get to look at the app and you get to buy books off of the app to keep for yourself to listen to, and you keep it in your library. In my opinion, that is the more expensive version of Audible, which obviously they do on purpose, but like that is just like the base version. You get access to their libraries and you have to pay for the audiobooks that you want to read. And audiobooks can be incredibly expensive, so I prefer not to do that. Then they have Audible Plus, which is $7.95 a month, which comes with their entire Audible Plus catalog. So any books that they have for free, you get access to. So it's kind of like It's kind of like a Kindle Unlimited. I mean, it basically is like their Kindle Unlimited, where you get to just download how many ever audiobooks and you get to listen to them that are included onto their catalog. Then they have their Premium Plus, which is $14.95 a month, and you get a free credit, which just means a free audiobook. So you could have an audiobook that's literally like $60 and you could use a credit on that. So you're technically only paying the $14.95 a month. They also have exclusive sales and deals and stuff like that, which I partake in quite often. And then they also have that free catalog as well. I pay a little bit more than the $14.95 a month because I do 2 credits per month because I listen to audiobooks all the time. So if you're listening to a ton of audiobooks, I would absolutely do as many credits as you want a month, but I would obviously do the $14.95 or more credits just because it does tend to be cheaper than actually paying for the audiobooks, because audiobook prices are outrageously expensive. I absolutely love Audible. My library is, I think, like 300 books deep. I use it all the time, if not every single day, and it's probably my favorite way to listen to audiobooks. I personally listen to my audiobooks on 3.5 times speed, and Audible allows you to listen to audiobooks on 3.5 times speed. It also connects to your Kindle. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, or if you have a Kindle in general and you are listening to the same book that you're reading, it will go to the recently read page or part of the book that you're in. It'll go back and forth. So if you're listening, or so if you're reading on your Kindle and you stop at a certain point, whenever you pick up the audiobook, it'll go to that same point that you last finished on, and vice versa, which I absolutely love. And sometimes they'll also have deals on Kindle Unlimited. So if you get a Kindle Unlimited book, sometimes the audiobook comes free with that, which is amazing in my opinion. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Then we have Spotify. Spotify recently launched their like new audiobook thing. If you have a Spotify, like the Plus membership or whatever, you get 15 hours of listening time for free. And then after that, you have to pay for more top-ups. So Spotify is not my go-to audiobook listening because I listen to way more than 15 hours a month. What I do though is I will split that 15 hours up into 2 books. So I'll try to find 2 books that I've been wanting to read that are around like 7.5 hours long, and then I end up getting to read 2 books. Or obviously I would just pick one that's like around 15 hours, because there's nothing worse than getting to like the middle of a book or like a really good part and then it just stops because you've run out of listening hours. That is the only thing that I don't love about how Spotify has done their audiobooks. And I think it's like $14 to pay for 10 more hours. At that rate, you could just buy a new audiobook on Audible. So it's a great platform to use if you pre-plan what you are going to read. Otherwise, I'm not messing with that. I'm not playing audiobook roulette. That y'all can miss me with that. Now, I will say that Spotify does have a really, really good library of audiobooks. The only thing that I don't love is they do have a lot of premium audiobooks on there where you have to pay in order to unlock them. So I don't know how that works though. So I don't know if you have to if you pay for the audiobook, do you still only use your 15 hours or do you get full access to the whole audiobook? I'm not sure how that all works. If you guys know, then you guys can let me know in the comments. I don't mess with Spotify like that. Then we also have Libby, which works the same way as it does for the e-readers. You have your wait time if it's a really popular book. If not, and you go on the Available Now tab, you can look at all the audiobooks that are available now for free as long as it's ready or as long as it's available from your library. The only thing that I don't love about Libby is that it only goes up to 3 times speed. If you listen at under 3 times speed, then it would be perfect for you, especially if you love the free aspect to it. But for me personally, 3 times speed is a little too slow depending on the audiobook, so I tend to not listen over there as often unless it's a book that I really want to listen to and I know that the narrator is going to be pretty quick. And then an honorable mention for the audiobook platforms is Everend. I don't use Everend, but I do know a lot of people that whenever I talk about audiobooks, they always recommend Everend. But I think over there, it's kind of like the library system, or you only have like 1 audiobook a month that you're able to use on there. I'm not sure how it works. It seems kind of complicated, but if that's something that you would like to check out, obviously you can check it out. Hi guys, Editing Jolie here, because I realized that I forgot to add my book tracking apps into this video, and that was like a big part of the reason why I wanted to film this video. So let's talk about those really quickly. Okay, number 1, my number 1 book tracking app. If you don't know what a book tracking app is, it's just an app that you use to track your reads. Some apps you can track like your bookshelves, you can track what you want to read, what you have read, the rankings, like everything. And there are a bunch of new apps that have come out now. I stick with 2 though, so those are just gonna be the 2 that I talk about. But the first one that I use is Good old rusty dusty Goodreads. Yeah, I am an avid and loyal Goodreads customer, consumer, user, whatever you want to call it. I've been using Goodreads, I think, since like 2013, 2014. I don't know. It's been a minute since I've downloaded Goodreads. And listen, it's an old app. Okay, she is, como se dice, an ancient artifact, and it's just, at this point, it's a gag. Okay, at this point they are playing with us, and listen, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna take it, because what am I gonna not? No, I have too many books. I have too much history that's gone into this app. Anyways, if you don't know what Goodreads is, it is a book tracking app that allows you to track the books that you're currently reading, the books that you want to read, the books that you finished. You have a Goodreads challenge, which just means like how many books you want to read in the year, and then it tracks that for you as you go throughout the year. It is just a gem of an app, and I will use that until either the app goes away or I die. Listen, that's just what it is, okay? And the second app is Fable. Fable just recently started to do like a super big campaign, so like everybody is pushing for Fable right now. A lot of people are using Fable right now. It is kind of like the it girl as far as newer apps to use. So you technically can do more with Fable. Like with the rating, they actually have like half-star ratings, which Goodreads does not, and they also have a did not finish shelf, which Goodreads also does not. And they're just kind of like more of an updated version. They're kind of making it like more of a community app too, where you have book clubs and a ton of stuff. Fable is a really, really great app. If you are not already married to Goodreads, then I would probably say go to Fable. Or if you just want to torture yourself, then go ahead and head over to Goodreads as well. But those are the two apps that I use. I'll link those accounts in the description if you guys want to check those out. Yeah, those are really the only booking. I know Storygraph is a thing. I tried Storygraph a long time ago, or like whenever it first came out, and I was not a huge fan of it, so I have not used it since. But other than that, that is going to be it. So we're going to get into let's go back to the video. Then we're going to get into the buying section of these recommendation lists. Now, I have one app and then the rest are websites, so just kind of there aren't a ton of book buying apps that I am aware of, or places that you can buy off of apps and like have it shipped to you. The first one is obviously Amazon. So I used to buy books from Amazon a ton. I'm talking like I had books coming to my house like every day, if not every other day. Me and the Amazon delivery driver, we were locked in for real, okay? I don't order from them a ton anymore, just because I feel like it's the same price as going and buying a book from the store, just because like I also like to go book shopping more now than I did before, so I would rather go to the store and buy a book. I do still recommend buying books on Amazon, just because it's an easier thing to do if you don't like going out to stores, and you can get them pretty quick. But I feel like everybody knows Amazon, so I'm not gonna beat a dead horse on that one. The next one is Thrift Books. I don't want you to think this is sponsored. It is not sponsored. I do work with them on Instagram, but like this is just my personal experience with them, because I was buying from them prior to me working with them. I really enjoyed their thing. Now, this is where obviously you are thrifting books. So if you're looking for books that are in brand new condition, that have spines intact, that are really, really nice, do not buy from Thrift Books, okay? But if you are actually going into it with the mindset of wanting to thrift books, but wanting to do it online, Thrift Books is a great place for that. Their books are insanely cheap. I'll just show you a stack. This is gonna be like a little preview, because I'm supposed to post these on Instagram, but I'll tell y'all first. I have two more coming in today, but I got Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. I got The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I got Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice and Meet Your Baker by Ellie Alexander. Again, these books are beat. They are not new books, and I am completely okay with that. I love to go to like half price books and thrift books in general, so I don't mind that they look a little used. I honestly actually kind of prefer it. It takes the pressure off so that you don't feel like you have to keep your books nice and pristine in order to like, I don't know. I just don't, yeah. So if you're looking to thrift books that are a much cheaper option, it might take a little bit longer to get to you. These actually only took a couple of days, which was really nice. Another really great option, it's thriftbooks.com. I don't think they have an app. I don't believe that they have an app. They might. I really haven't, I just use their web browser. So, and then the last one is Book Outlet. I have also ordered from Book Outlet before. They have a ton of books. They're also known for their crazy deals. A lot of times throughout the year, they will have like insane deals, like books for like $5.99 or less, which is amazing. I haven't ordered from them recently, so I don't have like a little haul to show you, but I have ordered from them before, and they are a great alternative if you're just wanting to order books online and not obviously have to go in store. Those books you can get new. Just like when you buy books online, you can either get them new or used, and you kind of just like decide how used you want them. But like I said, they are another great alternative. Also, Half Price Books online, you can do the same thing with their online catalog. I prefer, also, I feel like a lot of people don't know what Half Price Books is. If you do not have a Half Price Books near you, I'm genuinely so sorry, but I need you to find one, okay? They are really cheap, secondhand, like thrifted books, basically. They run off of buying books from just people, and then they resell those. I personally love Half Price Books. I wish they had one closer to me. I literally have to drive like 40 minutes in order to get to the one that I go to, but it's okay. Those are all the places that I buy from or listen to, use whenever it comes to books and them being online. If there's any that I missed or there's any that I should try out, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. I also want to know if y'all use any of these too. I mean, obviously, I feel like people would use a lot of them, but I don't know. I just want to hear from you guys and let's chat a little bit. And yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helped. I really, really hope this helped because I love helping the besties. I really do. It's so fun. If you guys have not watched my previous Bookmas videos, go ahead and do that, y'all. Go ahead and do that. Show them some love. I'm going through December 1st. It's official. We're doing it. I'm so excited. This is going to be really fun and I'm really excited about it because I feel like this is just marking a new era for my channel on here and kind of what we're planning on doing in the future with it, because I'm really, really excited about posting on here. I love it so much. It is my new favorite form of media. So anyways, with that being said, if you guys want to see my face on any other place on the internet, I'll check the links in the description. They're always there, literally every single video. I have a merch line. It is a bookish merch line that I came out with an amazing woman-owned business. I absolutely love them. Go check that out as well. The link is in the description for that, of course, as well. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. I love y'all. Bye-bye.